Okay, it is Wednesday, September 18, 2019. We'll call a meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, minutes and reports received and filed.
August 2019 collector fees filed.
Okay. Commissioner Committee Liaison Reports, upcoming meetings and events.
Camp, well, no, it got canceled. I'm gonna meet with some people about dog park this evening. Meeting with the strategic consulting firm for the Chamber of Community and Economic Development. I think tomorrow morning. NRA dinner tomorrow night. Knights of Columbus out of Wardsville's got a barbecue Saturday. So come out and have some good eats and you don't have to cook and clean your dishes. That's about it till next Tuesday.
So I'm meeting with that strategic firm for the chamber today at 4. And then DIS, part of our Masbida port thing, we're having a conference call or some kind of meeting on Monday at 10:30. And that's all till Tuesday.
Okay.
So is that port meeting open?
Yeah, it would be, I can't,
Cause they canceled the other meeting.
so it's a conference call is what it is. And so, anyway, I would assume that that would be an open conference call, but I'm
Okay, 'cause I don't
I'm
think I
not
got
for
an
sure
invite.
on that.
Did you get an invite for that?
Mhm.
Okay,
Might be our small subcommittee or something, so.
okay,
So I guess if it's not a quorum there, then it would not be open.
gotcha. Just doesn't have to be posted, I guess.
I've got the BKD workshop at 11 a.m. at the sheriff's. I think he's providing lunch and drinks, I think. Thursday, Legends Bank Board. Friday, the News Tribune has a barbecue for the United Way, and if you mention Jeff's name, you get $1 off the $5, is what I heard.
I won't be there, so.
Well, we'll try it. Sunday's Historic City of Jefferson's Homes Tour. We get to work at 106 Forest Hill. And then Monday morning, I've got a YP Coffee group I got to meet with. So that's all I've got. Commission comments. Bids and contracts, approval and signing of MOD HSS contract for WIC services.
Good morning. This is our
Morning.
annual renewal of the Women's, Infants, and Children's contract that we have with DHSS. Our case numbers are down a little bit, but they increased the reimbursement rate per person by $1. So it really just all comes out in the wash for this next year. They do anticipate us getting an increase in caseload with the new electronic cards. They're moving away from the paper vouchers and they're going to electronic cards. So we may see a contract amendment mid-year, but for now, they're basing it on our caseload from last year.
Very good.
You got a contract to sign? I move that we approve and sign the contract with DHSS for local agency nutrition services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval and signing of JCMG contract for Show Me Healthy Women program.
These are the annual renewals that we have a contract with JCMG. So if someone comes to the Show Me Healthy Women program, they would go over there for the mammograms or other services tied to those breast cancer or cervical screenings. And there's actually 3 contracts here because there's one with like the medical group, the ancillary services, and one with the surgery center. And Jill has reviewed those.
Okay.
Yep.
Probably need to sign them all separately, or are they all together?
Probably
Separately, because they're different services.
I think what we got you, Christie, because we'll kind of move over the canvas of voters and approval and signing the Advantage Nursing Services contract. Is that you, or is that? Oh, then to heck with you.
She can pay it.
No.
We have the 2019-22 NVRA Canvas of Voters contract.
I don't think we made a motion to sign.
We haven't, so.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was making a note of, I was gonna ever say that. No.
It looks like they're all pretty similar, Christie. I mean,
They are the same, but they want us to have it with every separate part of their agency, but it's.
so one's for Jeff City Medical Group, one's for Jeff City Medical Group Ancillary Services, and one's for Jeff City Medical Group Surgery Center.
Correct.
Okay. So I move that we approve and sign the contract for Show Me Healthy Women with Jeff City Medical Group.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then I move that we approve and sign the contract for Show Me Healthy Services with Jeff City Medical Group Ancillary Services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I move that we approve and sign the contract with Jeff City Medical Group Surgery Center for Show Me Healthy Women
Second.
program.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now, approval and signing of 2019-22, 2019 NVRA Canvas of Voters contract.
We had one bid for this, and it was Edward J. Rice. They did it back in 2017. All the prices have stayed the same except 2 of them for the items, and they only went up about 1% on them.
So canvas of voters, is that just to try to get people registered, or what are
Every
they?
2 years, you have to send out new voter ID cards.
I see.
that's-
So they're gonna send out new cards.
We have to by statute, yeah. Every
Okay.
2 years, we have to send out all new cards, so. That's what they do, is they print them and mail them.
Okay.
We have some grant money left over from the Secretary of State. We have to use by 2019. What we didn't use for our rent across the hall, so, or across the street, so it's about $3,500. We'll have to get Kristen to get our budget ready for next year, but we want to get started on this. This year, while we have the grant money before it expires.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I move that we sign the contract for NVRA Canvas of Voters with Edward J. Rice Company.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, approval and signing Advantage Nursing Services contract.
This is the one we need to, that's emergency signing, so we need to announce it.
Okay.
Here's the budget transfer. Debbie had to transfer more money coming out. There's a $40,000 not to exceed on it.
Okay. So are we gonna talk about this, or?
Whenever you want to do.
No. So
There's
this
certain
is,
aspects we won't be able to talk about because of HIPAA, but
sure. Okay. So this is for services for special circumstances of an inmate in the jail, right?
that's correct, sir.
Okay. And we, so this has already been executed,
Yeah,
right?
it has.
So this was special circumstances, and so we needed to sign this in an emergency. And so we did that by phone last, I don't remember when the date was. Was it Monday or
Friday,
Friday?
yeah.
Okay. So we did that on Friday. And so I know Sam and I were in favor, and I think you were also in favor too, were you not, Jeff?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this has been executed on Friday,
yeah.
and then we have a budget transfer to cover those costs until
Well,
we,
yeah, well, there's two budget transfers, but yeah, that one is for this, and then I did another one that you all know about for overtime.
okay,
Is that this other one?
for the overtime, yes, yeah, that was in the other folder.
Right, yeah, I told you guys about that.
So, anyway,
Two of them. Here, Debbie, you can figure this out.
for 20,
This is the
That's
number.
just a copy.
okay.
Well, the one for the overtime's right here.
So we can't really go into a whole lot of detail there, but,
So basically, we just have to ratify the action we took
Right.
last week.
Yeah,
questions? I don't know if I can answer them, but.
I was gonna say, HIPAA
Yeah.
prevents me from getting a lot of that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we can't provide a lot, so anyway. Okay,
We're looking at different avenues
sure,
to try to help compensate that, so.
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Are you gonna do a motion on that or anything?
We've
We'd
already,
we had already.
we've
done-
already voted on
Yeah.
that Friday, so we're just announcing that the vote was taken Friday and was signed under emergency declaration, so.
Steve already signed it too, you just don't know.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's all we have to announce,
Yeah.
right?
Now,
yeah.
just so Lynn can put it in the record
Right.
of emergency, that vote was taken.
Well, we didn't really take a vote, we okayed it, so we can vote today to do it. We have to have something formal on it or not.
Well, so we executed it and signed the contract on Friday. I mean, we could ratify the vote based on, discussions and the vote that we took on Friday, but I mean, I don't see the point really.
Hmm.
Unless you think we need to, but we declared an emergency, we were contacted about it, and we all agreed to it.
I don't know, I would think you would need some kind of formal vote saying that we did that. Because if we're saying that we basically voted Friday, we didn't really vote, we just okayed it, and now we're going to ratify that action, I guess.
We can do that.
Make a motion.
I gotta get my Robert's rules out first to see exactly how you wanna do that. So,
Just a point of order, maybe the motion should be, do you concur with the emergency action, maybe since you've already voted? Technically, I'm just throwing that out, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we've done something in other groups where we just ratify the signature, so.
That would be the best.
Right. So I'll move that we ratify the emergency purchase for Advantage Medical Services and the vote that we took on Friday, September 13th.
I'll second it, I guess I think we need to have
Okay.
some kind of vote, so.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we have any unfinished business? New business, accounts payable review?
I'd ask for approval of accounts payable pending review.
Jeff,
So-
you have one in there.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say, I think I had some mileage on there.
So moved.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay.
Thanks, Kristen.
Discussion and signing of AC unit for information systems.
Bought new furniture, and now you're gonna buy an air conditioner too?
I thought a fan would have been fine, but,
Over at the patrol room and server, Brian can attest to this, the unit is no longer big enough to handle the heat load that the units are putting off. I understand that you've got 2 more servers going in there?
Yeah, we've added 4 servers, we've had 6 total servers over the past year.
And it's just not keeping up. We looked at, make sure the unit was running correctly. Unit is running fine, it just can't handle the heat load anymore. We're proposing to put a 2-ton unit back in there, leave the 1.5 tons that's in there, to give us a total of 3.5 tons of cooling for that room. And it should be plenty to keep it cool unless we add more, which I don't think we will. We'll need a bigger room after that, so. I asked you if you want to bid it out or if you want to go co-op agreement. Came back, co-op agreement. I was figuring around 12,000, that came back at 11,250. With new electrical, plumbing, line sets, refrigeration, setting the unit on the roof, making a hole through the roof for the lines. I gave you all a copy of what the bid was, it pretty much spells out everything.
How does that work on a co-op agreement for services like this?
We've done it before when we did the health building.
But I mean, is it,
It's a cooperative agreement. I mean, they're,
so is it
we're piggybacking off a contract.
for the same unit?
Yeah, we're putting the same unit that's up there now, same.
No. The contract that you're piggybacking off of, is it for the exact same unit that somebody else had installed?
No, I spec'd this out, the Mitsubishi 2-ton.
Right.
Where you're using the cooperative agreement that they have with, trying to see how, that we're using the same hourly rates, material and all that.
Okay, so it's hourly rate plus materials plus percentage or whatever.
Right.
So where's all that in this contract? I mean, looks like a lump sum to me.
Well, I just had,
I mean, I just wanna make sure that we're on the up and up, I mean, cause it looks like a bid to me.
I haven't looked at it.
And before we'll do a purchase order, I know Jess will look it all up and make sure that that's attached, that cooperative.
I mean, I'm fine with it as long as it's, you know, there's some type of a baseline of material plus markup plus hourly rate, right?
I will get that for you if you like it. I just had to give me a lump sum. I just told you
Right.
that, so.
Well, I mean,
Who's the cooperative with?
yeah, I don't know.
I've got it. It's, she's
I don't
got
know.
it too, so.
I'm good with moving it forward, I just wanna make
Yeah.
sure that we're, it's through, we need to probably know what cooperative it's off of and then those prices and hourly rates and stuff. And
Right.
but that way if it, you know, if they encounter something, we know exactly what that cost will be based on hourly rates or, and I would assume there's hourly rates for different equipment and different things too.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Okay.
I know that, I haven't looked at it since we did the health department.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and I think
So is
you
this gonna
may-
be cheaper than what we can get it done if we bid it out then?
I would say so.
Guaranteed?
I'm not
Well, it
guaranteeing-
came in lower than what you had projected, so.
Yeah, what was that number based on though? I mean, I'm
I'm
fine
not
doing
sure.
it if it's gonna be less, but, and we can just get it done too. We don't have to go through the whole bid ordeal, but at the same time, give the guys around here a shot at it.
I've been at around 12 is what I figured out. And it came under, so. Time I bought the unit and the unit's almost $4,000.
So you wanna think about it a little bit or?
I don't know, I don't know why we wouldn't just bid it if it's that close. If
Well,
you're
Greg
thinking
had sent-
12,000.
He had sent out an email asking if we wanted to bid it or just do co-op. And then nobody, I said I didn't care either way. And then
Chris replied back co-op.
co-op, and so I said co-op, just do, I said, which is quicker? You said co-op would be quicker. So I'm like, then I'm fine with co-op because we can get moving ahead so Ryan can do it. So
Well, if you two are okay with co-op, then go ahead. I was just asking why we're not
Yeah.
gonna bid it if it was that close.
Well, Greg had
Because
sent,
I know, I've
Yeah.
got the emails, I
Yeah.
saw them, I didn't say either way.
yeah.
We had it on discussion today, so. If y'all are all right with co-op, that's all it takes us two, so. And you all did both email back, yeah, I'll do
Mhm.
a co-op, so Greg went with what he had, so.
Mhm.
And I didn't raise a hissy about it. I must have been in a good mood. Today's different.
Every day's different.
No, I don't know, I thought we were gonna talk about it today. I didn't know how it was gonna come out or that.
I'm
If
just-
it's
Yeah,
gonna-
I'm good with moving forward.
I'm going, I think we, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I like the bid process too, but, you know, in this circumstance, it's kind of a small project, but it, you know, when you start bidding stuff, I mean, and you don't really have a set of plans or whatever to go off of it, everybody's gonna do it a little different, so, anyway. Sometimes you gotta work with people that have done stuff in the past, and so.
Yeah,
anyway.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
but, If it was that close, I would just think bidding it would give somebody an opportunity around here, but we can get it done. This is gonna be a lot quicker. We're not gonna have to go through the bid process either, so it eliminates that cost for us too. But, so if y'all wanna do it, and y'all make a motion, and I get to vote no on something.
So just accepting this, doesn't really give them a contract yet until we get all the other documentation from Greg and stuff, right?
Well, I'm not sure they would need a signed contract. They probably just want a PO from us.
Well, there's a,
So-
Yeah.
Well,
Is there a
this
contract?
is just the acceptance of the
Yeah.
proposal. This is just theirs. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously,
That's what we've done before with the back asphalt projects.
So if it's coming, we put a PO and then they get to work.
right. I move that we accept the proposal from Air Systems pending, documentation for cooperative purchase and hourly pricing for materials and labor.
a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay,
Thanks.
Okay.
That's fine.
thanks, Greg.
Discussion of jail building.
You wanna vote no on this too?
Would you say be nice?
We already were nice.
Jeff
pick on
ought
the
to be
little guy.
nice so many times a day.
Really pick from the factory.
Wear me down, you can just wear me down.
So, just like it says here, with the new laws that's passed, the courts will no longer process jail billing. So if we want to try to reclaim some of this property, this money, we're gonna have to go after it ourselves. We went back and forth on how to do this, because it's not gonna be an easy job, and you need someone that's familiar with our processes, the way we do it now. So the way we came down to it, it was the best thing to do is to reclassify our current supervisor down there to chief deputy clerk, and then add a new employee in the administrative assistant position. So this year, that would cost us the $2,500 for the reclassification and the $24,700 for the new position. And of course, this is revenue neutral this year because it's we have a big open salary line right now because of all the vacancies. We've already put this in our budget for next year for Kristen, who I'm sure is gonna approve our budget carte blanche. And so my concern was how much money are we talking about? You can see that we just tried 3 different months, and you can see how much money there was out there that we could recoup from. And only if we get 10% from that, it would pay for this position pretty handily. Now, how much we're actually gonna get, I have no idea. Some of the aspects that they did put in this new law was that we could go to the Department of Revenue and actually attach to some of these people, so if they turned in income tax, we can actually get some of their income tax money back to pay for them. And we have to remember too, these are individuals that have been found guilty in a court of law or pled guilty. So Anybody that's found innocent, because someone had said something to me one other time, anybody that's found innocent or they're not charged, we don't charge them any kind of billing.
Well, we talked about it, and after successfully dodging your calls for a while, you finally caught up with me, but, yeah, we talked about it. I mean, we gotta do it. If we don't, we're just throwing a lot of money away. I don't think, as much as I don't wanna do it, I think we're probably gonna go after stuff a lot more than what the circuit clerks would go after, so we may realize more revenue out of it. So, I hope, that'd be great.
That's
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna try to do.
So that's how you should reword it next time you're calling or texting. I got an opportunity to make more money here. I'll call you back.
Well, but so, I mean, obviously we got circuit clerk's office that was doing this previously. So are they gonna decrease the amount of staff that they have?
I don't know the answer to that, but I
Right.
know those are all
And of course,
state positions.
why weren't they going after all this money that we could have been billing for? Why weren't they sending out the bills?
Well, and I'll answer that. It's not Donnell's people that would do that. They would submit it to the state. The state was the one that was supposed to be sending these bills out. They're the same ones that's supposed to be paying us per diem too, by the way, and they're not. So I didn't think their heart was in it too much.
So this could really, we could see a bigger increase on,
I'm hoping.
yeah.
So the state's gonna actually be able to reduce employees so that they could pay us more money?
I doubt that.
Sounds good.
I don't think they did this
So-
with us in mind.
So what you're saying is there's a lot of people that aren't doing their jobs and getting paid for it?
I'm not saying that, but I'll agree with what you're saying.
So, a lot of wasted tax dollars on people that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, so, anyway. Push it back down on the counties to
That's
fix it.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why don't they just all go away and just let us take care of our own, so. Anyway. Just shuffling papers over there.
Yeah. No, I think he will do a much better job.
So,
We'll be a lot more efficient,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
so what's it gonna cost us, in 2020?
It'll be an increase. I don't know the answer to that. I didn't write it down.
Cause this is 2019 figures?
These are 2019, well, that's gonna cost us, well, no, that's right there's what's gonna cost it. It's gonna cost us 24,700 for the new position and 2,500, because it's just a reclassification, just an increase in pay of 2,500. However, and I'll get you a copy of this, Debbie. I have more copies and I forgot.
So the new position is gonna run 24/7?
That's not including
Benefits. Okay.
It is in our budget that we gave Kristen.
Unless somebody wants to volunteer to do the billing for you, right?
We don't get too many volunteers right now, so. That's gonna be, it's gonna be
I
a
saw
very
Debbie's
difficult.
head lower a little bit.
It's a very difficult, gonna be a very difficult job.
You do it on commission, maybe somebody can.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah, I
something-
like that idea.
Well, and we're looking at that too. I mean, that's a possibility, but we got the first thing. we
Straight,
have to do
straight
is-
commission?
Well, we could bid it out.
We have to go back, because we can go, I think, prior to 2012, all the jail bills have been, they have let them go. So we can go back to 2012. We are not gonna go back to 2012. It's just way too much. We're hoping to start with 2 years and then go from there. To see how, because I think once we get a system going, and Debbie Carroll is very good at this stuff, so I think once she gets her system going and gets things rolling, I think it'll be, like I said, I think it'll be efficient, and I think we'll be able to make a difference. You agree, Tim? Yeah.
So what, I mean, are you gonna set up payments, or how are you gonna collect it? Are you gonna turn this over to attorneys to collect, or?
We can't, well, that's some of the stuff we've gotta fill, because the state really doesn't know how, and other sheriffs don't really know, so we can accept payments, yes. How many payments are we gonna do, that's gonna be up to us, so we have to determine,
Right.
how much time we're gonna allow them, and what kind of payments we're talking about, or, Do we just strictly go to the Department of Revenue, or do we contract with a debt collector and go to them and let them get the percentage like they were saying back there, just like EMS does right now? So it just really depends, once we get into this, you know, because a lot of this is the unknown. But this is the start.
So who will have the authority to, say somebody owes $10,000 and say they want to settle for that? I mean, who's gonna have the authority to say,
I don't think we're gonna settle. I think that, well,
so you'd throw somebody back in jail
we can't throw
for,
them in jail. We can't throw them in jail.
so if they refuse to pay, what are you gonna do?
Garnish their wages, go after their income tax, that kind of stuff.
Take away their cell phone.
But, and I think that we have to have
Get
a,
it.
I mean, once we get this process going, we're gonna have to come up with that. If there is a huge payment out there. And is that something we bring back to you guys, or bring to Kristen or Debbie and go, hey, look, this guy's wanting to settle for, or Jill, and say, this guy's, he owes us $28,000, he wants to settle for 15. But I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if we can settle. You know? I think it's still all new out there, yeah.
The housing authority uses the program through Huber that does the income tax, hit on the income tax, and we've been very successful about,
Grabbing their refunds?
yeah.
Hmm.
That has worked well for the housing authority.
The statutes have OSCA doing it. That's something we probably need to look at.
That is something we're gonna look at. That's where we say when we go to OSCA, that's who it is. We're going through OSCA to hit Department of Revenue.
Right.
So, yeah.
And they have statutory authority that they can take the refunds on our behalf.
Yep,
Question is, are they doing it?
yep. I don't know. Yep, honestly, yes. Makes my
No.
story better.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we're gonna have to have some policies and procedures as to what's allowed, what's not allowed, what.
Exactly, but before I have my employee delve into this, because it's gonna be a huge undertaking, she's not gonna be able to perform her job now and try to get these policy procedures and trying to do all this at the same time. I have to get her in a position where I can relieve some of what she's doing now, so she can look into that. But I completely agree with you. And the good thing is we're not reinventing the wheel. There's other sheriffs around here that's gonna be doing this. And we have been already, the sheriffs have already been talking with each other on this, so.
There's sheriffs that are gonna be doing it, so they're trying to figure it out just like you are.
Yes, sir.
So nobody's taking the lead and nobody's currently doing it, so everybody's,
Well, actually, Audrain County's doing it, Greene County's doing it, and we have their paperwork already on what they wanna do.
Okay.
Audrain County's got some good ideas. Greene County, we wouldn't be able to implement their programs just because it's too time consuming. But then again, once we get into this, that may be the direction we go. We just don't know right now, Chris.
so are we gonna be able to track it? I mean, obviously,
We track everything, so.
Right.
yes.
We're gonna need to see results and make sure that it's paying for itself.
Yes, sir,
So.
I agree.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure we iterate, these are for individuals that have been found guilty in a court of law. These aren't anybody that's been found not guilty or anybody that the prosecutors dropped charges on. These are only adjudicated cases.
All right, so what do you need from us today?
I need you to approve me reclassifying my one employee and then hiring a new employee on an administrative assistant position. It's actually administrative assistant 2, and I don't know why it's a 2. I have no idea. We don't have a 1, but we'll go with administrative assistant 2.
You guys good?
I'm good.
Yes.
I move that we approve the reclassification for the sheriff's department for a chief deputy clerk and the hiring of an administrative assistant position 2.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Body scanner discussion.
So, I don't know if you remember, about 2.5 months ago, we talked about doing this. And then Tim actually went to a conference and found some different information out, so we backed out of it until we get a better idea of what's going on. And if you read there, we have the need for this now. I know the initial cost is up to $180,000, because we'll probably have to bid this out. But it's gonna reduce the contraband coming into our facility. We've already done one jail visit, and I'll be honest with you, when they first brought it up to me, I was not for this at all, but they have sold me, the past 6 months. It makes it safer for the staff and other prisoners. Other sheriffs are already starting to do this. I know of three sheriff's departments already doing this. $10,000 a year is the maintenance, but we can take that $10,000 out of our biometrics, which it won't affect our operational fund. It reduces the medical bills at a hospital, reduces ER census, makes the jail safer for all. Reduces the staffing of overtime to take someone to the hospital, and then if they get admitted to be there. And then the other thing, I had some people concerned about the scans. It takes 400 scans to equal one chest x-ray. So it's pretty small in comparison. I already talked to Locke Thompson and did when he first took office, and he will prosecute if people bring in contraband into the jail. And that's gonna be a big sign. It's gonna be on the entrance of our jail, and there's gonna be another one inside the change-out rooms. And the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get there's another added bonus to this, I guess you call it that. It's an explosive and narcotics detector. It's portable. So we can run the mail through it. If we have an issue over here, it's a portable system, so we can actually bring it over here and let them, and it would check for explosives, or if they had the need for it. So it's something that, since we can't open legal mail, we can put it on there and it will scan it to make sure there's nothing goofy going on. We still have infused, even though we went to postcards, we still have some people that are trying to get infused paper, using stuff to put on, so whenever the inmates get them, they can use them to have drugs inside the jail. There's all kinds of places that inmates are hiding contraband that's not made to be hiding contraband. There's no way for us to be able to locate this. We did have an incident last year in which, before the subject was taken in custody, he concealed some meth and the bag broke. He got to us, we seen there was a problem, we took him immediately, took him to ER, he ended up passing away in the hospital. But there was no way any of us would have been able to see that coming, because there was no way for us to know it was in there.
But this will scan any visitors, it's everybody.
It's just inmates that come in.
It's just the inmates, okay.
Visitors don't go in the jail.
That's correct. So, and the way we would do it is, we would have them dress out first, because you want to reduce any other, anything else that could be on their person. So if everyone's dressed out when they go through, then we have the same, we're looking at the same thing every time.
Do we scan employees into, or will we scan our employees as they come into?
We can, we wouldn't unless we saw a reason to.
Okay.
I mean, we can scan anybody that comes in our facility.
Right.
Nobody has any kind of privacy rights when they come in our facility.
Right.
So attorneys, employees.
If we felt like an attorney needed it, we could do that, yes. We could make it mandatory.
So you're just looking to go forward with the bid process?
Yes.
So I'm good with that.
Yeah, I too.
Okay, we'll get it out for bid then.
You don't need to vote on the bid process, or can I just move forward with the bid process?
Just have to get with Jenny
And the only way this would be any different is with this narcotics, explosives detection. If I want that part of it, and if nobody else can provide that, then that would be a sole source, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And of course, we'll come back and talk to you if that's.
Right. Good.
Okay. Sales State Tax Commission appeal.
Yeah, so I didn't need a whole lot. I was just kind of wondering who all was wanting to file appeals, and Dawn had sent something the other day on, was it just the Ameren stuff, or?
So far, they have up till September 30th.
Do they?
So
Okay.
we could get them.
Okay.
But we received a letter from the state tax commission. The Ameren did appeal their BOE ruling, so.
Okay, that's all I was after.
Yeah.
Chris seemed to
Yeah.
get a little excited about it, but I was just curious, you know, we had several people that came and made a case, including Walmart and others, and.
And they can still appeal up to it.
Right, I was just curious.
I'll let you know if we go.
Okay, that's all I
I'll
wanted.
keep you posted.
All right,
Okay.
thanks. Unless you guys had other questions, I mean.
No.
I was just, sit through all those Board of Equalization and all those appeals, and so it'd be kinda nice to know who's appealing to the State Tax
Yeah.
Commission.
Okay. Do you have anything else come before us before we go into closed session?
I don't think so.
What?
Unless you wanna talk about the coin for the 200 year, but thought you had to get out of here.
I gotta be over at the
11.
sheriff's, yeah, at 11. We still got closed session.
So I do wanna just mention, I went over to the Capitol the other day, to hearing room, and talked about pretrial release. And, obviously, I think our pretrial release program is probably one of the better ones in the state, and I think we got a good group of law enforcement and other people that are participating in that, judges, we have all the right people involved and doing some good things. I will tell you that from what I gathered with the new legislation going forward, is that the state's gonna waste $5 million on ankle bracelets. And the reason I say waste is because they're gonna purchase or sign a contract with somebody to provide ankle bracelets. Well, we know with our pretrial program that ankle bracelets don't do anything. It's the people that monitor the people on ankle bracelets that are calling law enforcement and doing whatever. Well, this program doesn't do anything about funding for people to monitor the people that are on ankle bracelets. So, I mean, it's really kind of a joke, and so, anyway, from everything that they said, it's just gonna supply the sheriffs or whoever operates the jail with ankle bracelets. Well, that won't solve anything.
Well, it'll tell us where they're at when they commit the crime.
Well, but who's gonna monitor it?
But it could be us.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
Yep.
If you don't have somebody watching a person that's on an ankle bracelet, you don't know if it's cut, you don't know where they're at.
That's right.
I mean, so without the monitoring, you're just wasting your money. And so,
I agree with that.
anyway. So, anyway, we tried to reiterate that when we testified over there, and they didn't seem interested, so. It'd sure be a whole lot better if they take that $5 million and use it to pay restitution on all the money that they owe the counties for holding their prisoners.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, just my 2 cents.
I can't say I disagree with that.
So,
Hand down what the counties are running.
Yeah. Anything else?
nope.
Okay. I make a motion, we go into closed session pursuant to section 610-021, the revised statutes of Missouri. They're closed under law HIPAA, section 610-021, 14.
Second.
Roll call?
Sam,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.